I've said it before, Sicce absolutely nailed it with their DC return pumps, and it's really no surprise given that they're an Italian company dedicated to making aquarium pumps. They have one of the absolute best warranties in the industry and a killer support team to go along with it, but there's so much more than that going on with these pumps, so let me show you. First off, Sicce's SDC pumps are app controllable, and I am going to dive more into the app in just a bit, but for those who do prefer onboard control, you've also got a really nice physical controller to work with, and it has an excellent magnetic mount. The SDC pumps are also very easy to maintain with tool-free assembly, and that same design allows the volute to rotate 360 degrees so you can have the outlet pointed in the best direction for your plumbing setup. They include fittings for both hard plumbing as well as soft tubing, which is great, and these powerful yet quiet pumps come in sizes small enough for nano-sized all-in-one tanks up to beefier sizes for much larger reef systems. And they do have a few features I haven't touched on just yet that you don't usually see in a DC controllable return pump. When you open up the box, you'll find the Syncra SDC pump, the controller with its magnetic mount, fittings for both hard and soft plumbing, as well as an intake strainer, the power supply, and the user manual. The Syncra SDC pumps come in 4 models: the 3.0, 6.0, 7.0, and 9.0 with maximum flow rates of 800, 1,450, 1,900, and 2,500 gallons per hour respectively. The smallest of the pumps measures in at just 4¼ inches by 2 inches and 4¾ of an inch tall, which is fantastic for upgrading an all-in-one tank or for a nano sump, and the largest sits at 7 inches by 3¾ inches and 5¾ inches tall, which is beefier but definitely compact enough to easily fit in the return section of a sump meant for 2,500 gallons per hour of flow with room to spare. Beyond being capable and reliable return pumps, the SDC lineup has a few unique features that sets them apart from other options. Their volute, their internal temp sensor, their level of app controllability, and their ability to give your aquarium a life-saving heartbeat. Like I was mentioning earlier, the volute on the SDC pumps is able to rotate a full 360 degrees, which is incredibly useful when it comes to avoiding kinked tubing and can even save you from having to use an extra PVC elbow if you're using hard plumbing. This is all thanks to the clever retaining clamp that can be removed by hand to access the impeller, meaning no tools are needed when it comes time for maintenance, which is a big win because nobody wants to have rusty tools around just to maintain their aquarium gear. These pumps also have that internal temp sensor, and while that isn't unique all on its own, what makes it unique is that these pumps run so cool that the temp sensor is actually able to tell you the temperature of the aquarium in the app. Not only is that a cheeky brag on Sicce's part, since not many pumps can pull that off, but because the app also lets you set a temp range that will act as an alarm and send you a notification to your smartphone if it goes outside of that set range, these pumps are actually able to tell you if your heater fails, even if you're not home, which is hugely helpful. In that same vein, the app will also be able to give your aquarium a heartbeat and tell you if your pump has lost connection to the cloud, which can happen during a power outage or if the breaker trips, meaning your tank is without power and needs your immediate attention, which again is hugely helpful, especially if you don't have an aquarium controller. Another place the app really shines though is the amount of controllability that it offers. Once you download Sicce's Control app to your Android or iOS device, you'll be able to not only set the pump speed, but for those who want to use their SDC as a closed loop, you can also choose from a variety of different flow patterns or even create and run a flow schedule of your choice, either from a preset or a custom schedule that you build yourself. And if you do happen to have an Apex controller, you can actually have your Apex control your SDC pump through Fusion using IoTA or Internet of Things for aquariums. You'll be able to keep everything in one app, which is really nice, but you'll also unlock more control options like syncing your Sicce up with your feed modes or having your SDC pump react to other equipment or sensors, like shutting down if a leak sensor detects water. So whether it's the controllability, built-in safety, reliability, or that awesome 5-year warranty, if you'd like to have Sicce's Syncra SDC pump at the heart of your reef system, you can check them out by clicking right here.